Welcome back to Lupin the Third Anime Review, episode number 3. This one discussing only episodes 5 and 6 of Lupin the Third, Part 1. Episode 5 is the introduction to Gorman the 13th, the samurai who's a constant friend of Lupin's. The first time I ever saw him in animation, we're thinking, was the pilot movie? Nope, it was actually the two crossovers of Case Closed. That was the first time I ever saw him. Yep, and in this episode, we have it where he is being we see him slice up some axes, some stones, and we see Lupin and Jigen, well, disguised as part of a talent agency. And there's a thing with this episode, next one, where Fujiko Mai is here, and she's here for a payment. What is he, might ask? We'll find out and see. So they just interview him, and of course he asks, looking for someone Artemis Lupin the Third. And of course, apparently he knew it was him all along, so he's had this thing where, oh yeah, try to kill him, because apparently his mentor asked him to kill him. And it turns out his mentors actually wanted to kill him too, in the second round of their fight. And the reason is actually, he says, oh yeah, some criminal organization's supercomputer warned him that basically that Lupin is #1 pupil with threatening organization at some point. And Gorman's like, that is a lie. The reason why you want to kill me because you're getting old and slow. Yep, and then he just gets away pretty quickly on this higher balloon, and then Lupin just fires his gun off and supposedly kills him. And of course he follows him in his car onto the highway, which also they have like, and by the way, twice in the episode they have it where first they like burned him, and of course they mentioned about Gorman the first where he died by boiling. They worked with him too, but I guess it didn't work. So then of course, thanks to their battle in the second round, it ends up causing damage on the highway, and of course causing 20 cars to get into a collision. Yes, 20 car accident, and they say despite the fact this normally would kill people, nope, nobody died. There probably was some injuries, serious injuries, but they don't bring up at all. And apparently, this all footage was recorded by Fujiko Mai. And was Fujiko get out of this one? A diamond. Why in the world she would pay with a diamond? Don't know. The very next episode, we have it where Lupin is coming in from the rain. Oh, by the way, Gorman is voiced by Lex Lang. That's who voices him. So Lupin comes in the rain, like, man, it's cold outside. He says the same line later on, where even Joker just relaxing, and all of a sudden they get a visitor. It's like named Kidman, who's hired by some woman named Kizzy, because that was a pretty woman. Of course, they get there like, oh, it's Fujiko Mai, and she would just be the maid, and here beat this guy who's her boss, that find his amnesia. So after leaving, of course, then he and Jigen decide to take a walk, and then they're fired on by gangsters. Why in the world they want to fire on him? I read a little bit later, and of course the reason for this is weird to say the least. It's very contrived. Oh, and by the way, when you hear his voice in flashback, that's clearly Kyle Herbert once again playing another character in the series. And by the way, apparently he's actually a crime boss, who goes by the nickname of Phantom the Weasel. His real name is Kitchen. Yes. So, and of course, when he went to speak to the guy, he dies on the very day his memories come back. And why in the world do you have erased his memory for 6 months prior? Excuse me. Well, they actually don't reveal that until toward the end of the episode. Also, apparently, he also had surgery on him. And the doctor, well, they say the air doctor, he disappeared, actually was murdered by the guy's number one guy. Then we have where Fujiko is like, oh yeah, she's going to go after whatever's in the body. And then, of course, Lupin's like, we got to get some help. So they bring in the number 2 guy, Jigen's there, along with some guy with a hammer who I don't think he appears after this episode. No, I don't think so. Though he was with Lupin by the end of the episode, I'm surprised he didn't stay on the series. He was kind of an interesting character. His name is Gentetsu the Hammer. And he is in the manga, so yeah, at least the anime got that part right. Mm-hmm. By the way, he was actually adapted from episode chapter 18. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Gentetsu Hammer, they don't really give a real name for this guy. Like, if in case you're curious, by the way, this is a different two chapters, 17 and 18. Yeah. So, so what was inside the body per se? Well, there is a bit later what exactly is inside of it. So, then of course they find out in this meeting that Jugen is actually an imposter. It was actually the guy who actually drove him there. And meanwhile, Vegeta, of course, she arranges to release the real one. And of course, then they swap hearses to figure out what was in the body. It was a diamond. Yep, a diamond, which they managed to slip past them. And then, of course, Vegeta gets her hands on it. Of course, the number 2 guy, he gets killed off in the end of the episode. And as for the Hammer guy, he's last seen riding on the back of Lupin's car after they escape, and he disappears. He's never seen again. Yeah, it's kind of weird, though. He actually in the manga, too, so this is something that I thought was really weird. Like, clearly he was there by the end of the episode, but nope, he's gone. And he rides out of sunset, and then when the episode ends, we see Vegeta Mine. For the second time in this series, we see her naked. Though we don't see her rear end this time, sadly. But we do see her in the bathtub, and she's basically taking a diamond she just took and rolling across her skin. Now, why in the world would you want diamonds? Aside from the fact she's a thief, the common joke is that jewelry are a girl's best friend. That was simply the reason for it. She likes diamonds, guys like cash. And apparently she's staying at, it looked like a very weird looking hotel. A hotel or very expensive apartment building. It's not a mansion, I can clearly tell that for sure. What the heck she's saying, I have no idea. But these are 2 pretty good episodes for this series, and tomorrow we'll talk about more. And the only reason I talk about any more than 2 because, well, I not much time, so I gotta go to work tomorrow. Yep. Excuse me. So yes, that's gonna be pretty much it for particular view. Stay tuned for tomorrow for more of this stuff tomorrow, which probably reviewing a lot of episodes tomorrow. Yep. You'll find the next video tomorrow. Okay, next video. Bye.